Good morning, everybody, or maybe evening. I'm not sure when you're watching this, but it's morning for me, and I'm Erica with Save On Designs, and I am going to put together some sunflower suncatchers for you guys today. And I'm trying something a little different. Excuse me, my allergies are taking off, so I may sound a little garbly, but I'm trying something a little different. I've got this light box that I bought originally to do some watercolor tracing, and oops, I just turned it off. We're going to do this instead of the overhead light. I do have it at an angle. You can kind of see maybe it's catching some of that overhead fluorescent lights in my laser room here, but I've got it tipped up, so I hope this is a good visual. I think it works well for the sun catchers, so you can see that light coming through from the bottom. So let's get started. This file comes on the heels of the wood grain sunflowers, basically the same design that I just converted into a outline. This is 1/16 black acrylic, so it's pretty thin. I do mine 2 layers with flex or another translucent material in the middle. I have this one already made for you. So you can see that's pretty thin. That flex is there, but it's pretty sturdy too once that's all together when you have the 2 layers. This is a fun little flex pattern from Smoky Hill. It's kind of got that red, white, and blue, got that little Americana look, and I thought it looked really cute, excuse me, in that sunflower. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, this is 1/16. I do cut with 3M on one side. I would not do sun catchers any other way. These are all these little intricate cuts trying to put glue on there. I started doing that, and even with some thicker lines, it was horrendous. I am not known for my great gluing skills, especially with super glue, so this is absolutely the best option. And I would not recommend making a suncatcher any other way. So here is a fun sunflower print. This is a bigger one. This one's about 6 inches. And so that bigger print worked really well with this, and that's going to be really cute together. So in my files, when I make suncatchers, I give you 2 options for cutting. One is going to be the exact same size as the outside of the suncatcher. The other one is going to have a negative kerf, maybe. I basically shrink it down in size by 0.01 inches. And that is just because when you're working with such a thin material as the flex, it can be harder to line up. So having that little bit cut off of the inside, or the outer part, I'm sorry, just makes this a little easier to line up. If you don't get it exactly right, you've got just that little bit of leeway. So I'm gonna lay this on here, see if we get it on there pretty well. And it looks like I did. I don't see any pieces sticking out, so yay me. First try. The 3M does give you, until you really press it down, you usually can pull that up if you have to readjust. But having that little leeway with the flex just made that so much easier. Weeding tool can be really useful for getting the backing off of this 3M on these small pieces. And this one, I'm going to do it like this, and my hand makes it a little easier. Again, I'm just kind of lining that up, making sure everything is where I want it before I push that down. And voila, just like that, we have a lovely little sunflower suncatcher. So this file does have the cutout, or it's got solid, so you can do a couple different things with this. One of them would be to do a full solid piece. And I got this little art scene. So I am in Colorado. And this is just a very Colorado-y looking background. I did have to line this up on my laser with the camera because I wanted that sun to be kind of right in that middle with the mountains. And I think this is going to be a really cute one. So I was kind of excited. I go through my flex prints and never know what to use, and then find something like that and think, oh, I'm going to try this and see how it goes. And I think this one will work really well. This one I think is about 4 inches. And again, this is cut just slightly smaller than the piece, so you have that little leeway. Pull the backing off of this one. Set that on there and line it up with my fingers. Once I like where it is, then I can activate that 3M just by pushing down on it. I love that one. That turned out really cute. And I have one more to show you, so this is not going to be a very long tutorial. This is super tiny. I would not recommend doing this in wood. I know some people like to use wood on their Suncatchers, but yeah, this one I would not suggest doing that on. Yeah. I won't go into any more there. But this one, instead of flex, I'm using a translucent, so a frosted 1/16 acrylic. This is from Smoky Hill as well. I think it's just a frosted acrylic that they put that colored pattern play on. These are kind of fun. I have a Suncatcher that's a feather, and I did it with like a white frosted, and you can engrave that and it takes the frosted parts out. So it was like a design in the Suncatcher on the acrylic, which was a kind of a fun little project too. But for this one, I used the full cutout because I wasn't using the flex. So I didn't use that one that had the 0.01 inch adjustment to it. And the reason for that is because this is thick enough, I can feel that and get in the right spot here and line that up a little easier. I don't want that leeway because it's going to show on the side and I want that to line up perfectly. Now, this one I also cut. I'm going to clean this off because I see a couple fingerprints on it. I cut this little piece of green flex. So this is an option in the file too if you wanted to have a middle section that was a different color. It's got a cutout for that. So in this case, I thought I would try that and do this other color. It's just a green frosted. And I grabbed the wrong piece. I actually cut 2 of these, so be sure we get the right one. Okay. We'll pull that off. Get that all lined up. And I did have a little piece that looks like it pulled off. Got caught on a sweater I was wearing last night, and I did pull that piece off. So again, this one is really some of those tiny lines. I think once it's put together and put on, it's fine because it's got that 3M and it's holding it in place. But that initial little bit is super tiny. So yeah, actually I like that with the green in there. Turned out really cute. The last one I did, this is a kind of the same thing. It's a yellow flex, I think the same color. And since I pulled my backing off this other one, I'll go ahead and do this one too. And this is a great size, maybe a rear view mirror hanger. It's a little big for an earring, although I really like this design, so I may have to make some adjustments and do a cutout earring on this. We'll have to see. But look at how cute all of these turned out. Super simple. The other thing with this file, which is nice, it doesn't always work out this way, is I was able to cut the little one out of the hole of the big one. So that saved a little material. I think I did all of these and still had some room left on one sheet of 12 by 18, 12 by 19 acrylic. So not a bad little project. And I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'd love to hear your feedback, or if you have any questions, you can message me, join my group on Facebook, Laser Love with Sabon Designs, and visit my Etsy store, Sabon Designs on Etsy. So thank you so much, guys.